Hello everyone, welcome back to our live The Coding Bus MIT App Inventor series where we will learning the MIT App Inventor basics to advance. So this is the day 11, okay, and in this live or in this series or today we are gonna learn how we can use the TinyDB database. Okay, so let me just check all the audio and all the things on my phone here and we go. So here is my The Coding Bus YouTube. Let me check it's live or no. Okay, I think I got notification. Database. Okay, so let me just check all the audio and all the things. Yeah, everything is working fine. Thanks. So if you have any doubt or any question, you can ask me on chat. I'm here. Okay, chat is live now. Cool. Now let's go to the MIT App Inventor and click on new project here. And my project name is TinyDB, like this, and click on OK. Now what is the TinyDB? Okay, so this is the database. Okay, so what is the use of this database and why we are using this database, why we are not using the Firebase or the CloudDB? What's the difference between that? So let's learn first what is the database. So database is something that can store your data in the backend. Suppose you have created one label here. Okay, you created that label like this. You just, and I'm gonna use here one button also. When I click when I click on that button, okay, and that number, that label value is right now suppose the 0, and if I will increase that value by by 10, okay, now that value is 0 here, so I'm gonna font size, oh sorry, 40. So that value suppose 0, and whenever I click on that button, that should go to the 1 2 3 and so on. Okay, or suppose we are playing some game and this score is like so increasing. Now another players coming again, and that value should store in our app. Otherwise when another player will come to our game, or if I myself is coming to my game again, I can't see my score also, or I can't see the highest score of this game. So there's two options to use the values in the database. Is like first we can store the value in our local host, okay, our mobile database, or second is we can store in the server. Now there's two things, like if I'm creating a to-do list and if I will save that to-do list in the server, suppose, so anyone can access that, right? So I don't want that because I need to access on my phone only, not other phones. So that's where I'm going to use the TinyDB database. So in the left side you will find the database option, storage, not social, storage here, and we have the TinyDB database, this one. Okay, now so I'm going to just show you that let's click on the question mark and you can see TinyDB is a non-visual component that stores the data for an app. Okay, app created with App Inventor are initialized each time they run. If an app set the value of variable and the user then quit the app, the value of the variable will not be remembered to the next time the app is run. Its contrast, TinyDB is a persistent data store for the app. That is the data stored there will be each time is the app run. Okay, now this app data is something where that will not store for a long time, that will only store in in the current app. Suppose we need to display the highest score, then we can use that database. Now how we can do this? So let's try this, how this will work. So I'm gonna just have this drag and drop, go to the blog section and click on the TinyDB, and you can see here the clear tag, get entries, get tags, get value, store value, namespace. Okay, and this is the TinyDB. Now whenever someone click on that button, okay, this button 1, or once I click on the button 2, like this. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna use the multiple button like this. Now okay, so what I'm gonna do here, once I click on this first button, so that will increase the score. Suppose I'm playing game, increase score, or that will reset the score, reset score. But I need to know the previous score, or I can say here's the highest score I want to know. Okay, so I can use that button, high score. So I'm gonna get the high score using that button click. So I'm gonna just use the screen size, like I'm gonna just in the center, like center. If you have any question, any problem or anything, you can just ask me here. I'm gonna just turn off my that video. I think it's lagging. Okay, it's an issue. Audio is fine guys, and this is also fine. Why that my screen is not let me just previous score, or I can say is the highest score I want to know. Okay, so I can use that. Okay, so I'm disabling my video, so it's look fine now. Are you sure it's fine? Let me just recheck it. Oh, okay, got it. No issue. It's done now. Fine. So what I'm gonna do here, this is screen 1, this is the score, and I'm gonna just do one thing. I'm gonna just go to the Android cards, it's working or not. Sorry, let me just check this. Okay, like this. Let's start working on this, then we'll see how this will work. Okay, so let's go to the block section. Whenever I click on button 1, that score should increase by 1. So I'm gonna use here the maths as like that should be increased by 1. So use this, the level 1 value, set level 1 dot text here like this, and like this screen. I'm gonna do one more thing here. Go to the settings, oh okay, like here, and I'm gonna add the previous value, it means level 1 dot text, this one, and then I'm gonna add the 1 value like this. Okay, like this. Now whenever someone click on button 1, so that value will increase. Now for the another button, I'm gonna just set that value to reset. Okay, so that should be reset, it means that should be set as 0 like this. Okay, but now I'm gonna store the data. So how we can get that? So what I'm gonna do here, sorry, button 2. So I'm gonna use here one more button to store the data, and this is the high score, and this is one more button, like suppose this button is for like storing the high score, store high score, or like store high score. So once people click on that, so that will store the data, and once I click on this button, so this will fetch the data. So like get high score like this. So go to the block, here we are like this. Now what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna just use here the, just delete this, and I'm gonna just use here the level 3 button 3. Okay, and once the people click on button 3, so that will save the data. So like